what if the scales are lying to you about your weight loss? Have you ever jumped on the scales? You've been, living a healthy lifestyle, you jump on the scales and you see no change and like, oh, no change again the next day, no change, a little bit of a change, no change. It's like draining, isn't it? It's like, and that's why a lot of people give up. They really do because all they worry about is the kilos on the scales. And it's a habit that people can get into if they don't put some things in place, and that's what I do with what we do. And I with my clients we have we do a daily type scenario, and then we do a weekly scenario, and then we do every 6 to 10 weeks we catch up as well, just to make sure we are moving in the right direction. It's really, really important. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. So you want to look beyond your weight or the kilos, right? Because that's all people worry about. You've got to look at body fat, you've got to look at muscle mass, you've got to look at hydration levels, visceral fat, which is around your heart and lungs, waistline measurements, body, all that sort of thing. You want to, and you can do photos and videos, and that's measuring on many different levels. Because if you just focus on the scales, it's just going to, because the scales, the kilos are made up of so many things like body fat and muscle mass and things like that. So you've kind of got to look beyond that. So it's really, really important to be measuring on all different levels. There's some great scales out there that do body fat, muscle mass, visceral fat, cell age, all that stuff. I mean, cell age is great. Chronologically, you might be 50, right? But you might be 75 on a cellular level. So we look at cellular health as well too, how important that is. But yeah, so you want to be you want to be looking, on those different levels and measuring on those different levels, because really you want to focus on your health, not the kilos. So, you want to make sure these numbers are going in the right direction. Your body fat's going down every week. Don't look at it daily. Look at it every week. What has your body fat done over the last week? Has it come down or has it not come down? If it hasn't come down, you need to make some changes. But really, 99% of my clients, their body fat will be going down every single week. Yep, every single week. I can pretty much guarantee that. Muscle mass needs to be going up. If it's not, we need to address that. We need to eat more protein. So we do that, and we look at that and make sure that's going on. Your visceral fat needs to come down. There's a lot of things that affect visceral fat, but generally, obviously living a little bit more of a healthy lifestyle is going to help that. There's more research around that. And just making sure the waistline is measuring your body, your chest, waist, hips, they're going down as well. They should be going down every day if you are sort of looking into your health and doing all these measurements as well. How's your energy going? Is that improving? That's really, really, really important. And because all those health improvements always come better, the health improvements should always come over the kilos. Because in the end, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about next, is really just shifting that perspective a little bit, instead of just looking for the kilo change and all those numbers. Just thinking about, yes, every day I'm working towards my health and improving my health, and if the scales don't move, that's okay, right? But as I said, you can measure on many different levels. As I said, you want to be tracking your weekly progress, because if you're just doing it daily and looking at those numbers, you can't see the ahead or what you've done. It's really, really important to be able to monitor on a weekly progress, on a weekly progress tracking as well, but also every 6 weeks too. And you've got to look at the whole picture, not just the kilos. And you want to celebrate every improvement, whether that be on the scales, body fat, muscle mass, energy levels. You've got to look on you've got to really look on so many other levels than just the kilos. And you've got to really stop letting the scales determine your success. So maybe you just might want to measure your health differently. So there are different health things that we talked about. So we've got body fat, muscle mass, visceral fat, cellular health. We've got hydration levels as well. We've also got measurements. We've got to be measuring all these things. And if you measure on all of those things, something will shift, and then it'll keep you in a better state of mind. And that's what we want. We want you in a better state of mind, knowing that whatever you're doing is working. You know, it's really, really important, because what actually happens is if it's not working, people give up. They jump on the scales. Oh, it's not moving. It's not moving. Oh well, I'll try something else another time. I'll forget about it. It's just all, we put it in the too hard basket. So, but yeah, that's what I just wanted to talk to you about today, is really just about measuring your health numbers instead of your kilos. It's really, really important to be able to look at those numbers, make sure they're improving, and not just on the daily process as well, just the weekly process, and then every 6 weeks, and just see how far you've come. So, great chatting to you today. We will see you next week.